There were problems at the continent since our civilization started to prosper. Maybe it is just natural that all the weaklings tries to get into the empire to live their better life. For decades we fought and fought, but eventually we won. Centuries passed and we got lazy. Towers started to collapse and our children stopped respecting the past. Then they come again. This time not to share the prosperity, but to crash tired Colossus. Ants clean the forest to make place for new life. Maybe our time has come as well.
Hello, my name is Chris. This is yet another release of the Balanus Devlog. This time I have worked on the two features. One of them is I've created portraits for each of the races, which there are six, and I kind of work on this UI panel. You can see here that contains information about each of the layers that the game has. So let's start with generating the map. So immediately after it was generated, it moved us to the world panel, which basically showed us all the kingdoms that are in the game. The second one is the empire that is already ruling. The third one is a horde, but the first one and the fourth one are statically. The first one is always human, the last one is always dwarf, but the second and third for now it's randomized between a few races. So if you select any of these races, it will move you to next panel, which is kingdom, and then you can have opportunity to see the portraits. So we have portraits for rulers, for the gods, for wardens, and for military leaders. And each of these groups are, of course, thematically based on what they would be doing in your kingdom. So the first one is, as I said, is human. The second one is either demons or elf. This time it generated demons. So you can see that each of these sections are based on the demon characteristics. The third one, which is the horde, it can be either orcs or undead. This time it created the orc faction. And the last one is for now always dwarven kingdom. So yeah, even the gods are thematically based on the races and what they would be praying. All of this is connected by hyperlinks. So as you see, if I press on any of the person, it will move me to the next tab and give me more information about what the person does. As this is not contested yet, the empire has the complete ruling over the map, so we will see only for the empire, for them to have the both structures and units if they want to trade with each other. I don't see any caravans at the moment, but if we select someone of that is having the structures, you see that they are listed in their panel as well. Also, there are two types of buttons. The small one is basically for navigating towards the structure, so it will not kind of modify the panel here, but if you press on the big one, then it will move you to the next panel, which is the structure. Not only will it will move you on the map, but also it will show you the structure panel. And yet from here you can use the same buttons to still navigate it or go back to the owner of the structure. If you press either on links for the units or just press on them on the map, this will open the next panel, which is unit group. And as we only have caravans and transports, they simply what's important about them is that they have an origin location where they started to move, and then the final or target location. We also are interested in knowing what they're holding, plus the resources that they're trading with, and the units. The units is for now just a placeholder. So, but this allows us to go to the last panel, which is unit info, and in unit info we can see all the characteristics of the unit, which are real. This is not a placeholder in a way that this is static. This is actually based on the unit which we have selected. Like the spearman is having different settings already. So this is kind of working, but it's placeholder in a way that they cannot do anything for now. Yeah, so this is for the unit info. So apart from that, I've added capabilities of navigating through this UI using back and forward on your mouse. So you don't need to select everything. You can go back if you. It kind of retains the history of what you have been looking at, and then if you change it, you can go back and see the previous or the forward. So you can go back and forth, and it has some memory that it can be used to store these places you've been at the UI. And also it stores the context. So let's say that we would select this structure. You can see that I can navigate it through them, not only through the panels, but also through the context within a single panel. So I think this would be pretty handy. Same with this units. You can see that now I'm switching between the units. Yeah, so this is basically it for this release. For the next one, I'm going to work on battles resolving. So I will try to introduce the first kind of enemy unit, which would be bandits that will be spawned in ruins, and then they will be trying to catch one of these carriages or caravans and steal their goods. But that's for the next release. Last item I can show you is there are kind of three types of kingdoms. Well, they should be probably changed the name, but the kingdom is the first one. The humans are always a kingdom that is starting at the first place, and the last place is the dwarves. This is also a kingdom, but the second one is either demons or elf. So Imperium is either demonic or elven. And then the horde is either orc or undead. Let's start another game, and maybe this time it will generate different races, so we can check it out. Yeah, so now you see that we have an elf Imperium. Of course, for your campaign this will be retained, so this won't be changing all the time. If you are fighting against Imperium, Elven Imperium, this will remain like that until you start new game. And then let's see. Okay, so this is orcs again. Let's give it another try to see whether we can look at that. Yeah, so this time it created undead horde, and then of course all the portraits will be used accordingly. There's a huge amount of this portrait, so for each of the type of the race there are at least 100 different portraits. For some of them, like military leaders, for human I think I have like 600 pictures ready. So there will be some uniqueness to these games even when you restart the game. And hopefully some of them will kind of remain with you as interesting people, yes, to work with. Right, But that's the last item I wanted to present today. I hope to see you again next time. Thank you for watching. See you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.